Okay, this for my third video is a review of, I guess it's Steve Spangler's science. It's one of 9 science demos that will leave your students begging for more. And so this is a neat little demo. I'll let him start doing it. They do a little bit of chatter at the beginning, so it gives me a chance to get going. So in this video, it's a physics demo, which I think is great. They, as they banter a little bit, they sort of get things set up. But what he has on one end of a string is a series of washers, and on the other end, a single washer. And he has his participant here work with him. There's the washers on the one end. And then on the other end here, he has just a single washer. And what he does is has his participant play a role in it. I'll give you a shot at what actually happens here. So we'll take a look.
Of course, to the hardware store, because why wouldn't you? And these are just little washers. Okay, so you need some washers. So so we're going to make a pendulum. All right.
Oh, okay.
So I've got washers on this end, and on the other end, I just have a single washer. So you see how that goes? So washers on that end and just a single washer on the other end. All right. So you know what's going to happen if you hold out your. I'll let you be kind of the anchoring point. Okay. Remember those old movies that they'd always raise up the piano?
Oh,
and then the guy would go underneath. That's exactly what this is. All right.
Oh.
So you ready? So hold it up here like this. Okay. So now we dangle it over your finger like this, and now you know this is what gives you burns. All right. So now if I let go, you know what's going to happen. Right? What's going to happen?
Yeah. Well, they're just going to hit the table.
It's going to smash the table, right? You ready there? Ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, watch.
Oh, the little one catches
awesome?
it. That is great.
It catches it right before
Do
death
that
and
again.
destruction. Now, nobody ever thinks that this is true. And then we just do this all night long, which is the dumbest thing in the world. Ready? So we have acceleration here. Watch this. And so as you get that acceleration, the pendulum, you get this swing. And it's rotational energy. And that rotational energy comes up and around and snags it at that point. A little bit of friction.
That is
Isn't that kind of
hugely
fun?
cool. That's
all
a
right.
good one.
So, but that's fun. So, and the secret is this. I can tell you with many broken things, 14 to 1 is the magic number. So you got to have 14 times heavier on this side than this side. All right. So we're sitting.
So I think this is a really neat effect when you drop one end and bring the other end up like this. He does the same thing here with a spoon and a coffee cup. What I think is so neat here is it actually doesn't work the first time that they do it. So he's trying to do the same demonstration and actually drops the coffee cup on the host's hand, which I think is great. Because sometimes one of my criticisms of demos is there's never the chaos, but here there's a little bit of the chaos. And so I think that's great. And then he goes on and does it one last time with a glass. He's successful here on the second one. And then he does it one last time with a glass and his wedding ring. And again, showing success this time. So I think it's a neat demonstration. I think it's a great activity. What my criticism here would be is it's really simple criticism. Why would you not do this in class with some washers and string? This seems so cool, but it also seems so doable in class. Now that I have the idea, I would totally do that in class with my students. It's something you could even, rather than telling them the 14 to 1 ratio, which apparently is important for running the experiment, you could have them figure that out on their own by experimenting with different numbers of washers and seeing how they could get the best effect. You could have them try and explain the physics of it, why it actually works, and why you don't see the things crash to the ground. Again, the concept is great. I'm glad I looked on YouTube or whatever it is and found it. But I would so much rather do this with my students in class than have them watch someone doing it. Or at least if they watch someone do it, then afterwards have them do it. So though I think it would be applicable, it'd be a neat thing to show kids, maybe as a sponge at the beginning of class to get them excited about pendula, and rotational energy. I think that's great. But I still think this would be so easy to do in class. It's a piece of string and some washers and something we could all put together. So I like it. I like the idea a lot. At the same time, I think it's something I'd much rather do on my own in class.